Happy Tuesday, third grade. So today we're going to talk about citing evidence. Now I'm going to give you a couple seconds and I want you to think about what citing evidence means. Okay, now we're at the next slide. What does citing evidence mean? Well, our text is our written work and evidence is proof. So when we're citing evidence, we're looking back at the text and we're providing evidence, which is creating proof from the reading. How do we find evidence? Well, we need to read really carefully, which we should be doing all the time, right? We should be taking our time thinking about the text, guessing what's going to happen next. And we're going to use a strategy called ACE while we're looking for our evidence. So this is how we're going to go about citing evidence. So ACE stands for answer, cite, and explain. Now let's look at the anchor chart. How do we provide text evidence? Well, after we read the text, we first need to look at our A. Our A in ACE stands for answer the question using prior knowledge and inferences. So I don't know if you know the word inferences yet, but inferences is a conclusion that you come to after reading the text. So when you're reading a page, sometimes when we're reading, I'll say, okay, well, what do you think is going to happen on the next page? And you're going to conclude what's going to happen in the next page by the reading that you've already read. You're making a guess on what's going to happen next. So that is A. Now we're looking at C. C is cite evidence in the text to support your thoughts or opinions. So when you're citing evidence, you need to look back at your text and you need to write evidence or proof from the text that supports your answer. So if you're saying, well, Sam can't go into the underbrush because of this, and in the story it says this, which proves why Sam can't go into the underbrush. Now our last one is E. E stands for explain your answer with evidence by paraphrasing or directly quoting the text. Now, paraphrasing means you're rewording what the text says, right? We don't look at our story and directly write what our text says. We don't do that. We paraphrase, so we put it into our own words. So if the text says, well, Sam can't go into the underbrush because there's monkeys everywhere. The text doesn't say that though. So what if it said that? I can't say that directly. I would say, well, Sam shouldn't go into the underbrush because there's monkeys everywhere and he might get hurt. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not saying exactly what the text says. I'm putting it into my own words. And when we're paraphrasing, we want to make sure that we're not saying things that aren't in the story. Now, you might be thinking, how do I cite my evidence in my text, into my answer? So now we're going to look at the other anchor chart, which says citing evidence starters. So this is how you can write it in your answer. In the story, it says, ... Then you would put what it says in the story. Or, according to the text, Sam can't go into the underbrush because... Or, from the text, I know Sam can't go into the underbrush because... Or, in the reading, I noticed... Mr. Hall said blah, 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 and this is why Sam can't go into the underbrush. So now we'll watch the next video, and that's where we'll go over Buddy Ran Away, and we'll answer one of the questions using citing text evidence.